buzz. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. Kool-Aid in for D-Mac. Kool-Aid, what's good?
Hey, not much, man. Detroit Lions football this weekend. That's what's good.
NFL football tonight, as a matter of fact. KG, what's really good?
You know what's really good. NFL, baby. We back.
We did
go.
it.
Lamar and the Ravens for the win, baby.
We did it. Spencer Raxter in the building.
Hello.
Spenmo Rax. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Cool. Got the workout in. We're good to go. We're locked. We're loaded. We got a ton of football to get to. And guys, I don't usually do this stuff, but I did want to start off with something here, and it is serious, and it's not a position, it's not a topic. It's just something that I want to say. And the fact of the matter is this. If you have not heard, which not all of you have, because it's become so normalized. Yesterday, what happened in Appalachia High School in Georgia, 4 people were shot and killed in yet another school shooting. Man. And I'm not here to make this a discussion. I'm not here to make this a debate. I just want to ask the people. I want everybody, and this is we the people. Whenever we're angry about something, being mistreated or whatever, we always say we the people, right? I want us all to just stop with the "it's a tragedy." Stop saying it. Stop with the prayers. Stop with the thoughts and prayers that this is a tragedy. All of it. Because this continues to happen, and we don't give a shit. We've never given a shit. And chances are we won't care. Yeah. 4 people are dead. 2 teachers, 2 students. I can't keep track of how many times this has happened. And again, we did this before when we did the Oxford thing, when I had one of my cousins in the building. Like, we've proven that we don't care. So stop being mad about it. We're not willing to do anything to try and stop it. And again, guys, calm down. We have proven we will do nothing. We will just continue to go about our way of business. So I will say today what I said then, what I'll say next week or tomorrow or whenever it happens again. Here's the cycle, everybody, okay? Here's how I work. I'm just telling you how I work. It happens. I feel relief because it wasn't the school that my wife works at or that my kids go to. Or it wasn't Tammy Chin who's in the chat. It wasn't her school. It wasn't Pete Smith who's in the chat. It wasn't his school. It wasn't a family member's school. I feel relief. Then I hate that I feel that way. I hate that in some form or fashion. I think to myself, wow, I'm glad that happened to somebody else, because I'm honest about it.
Yeah.
This is a moment of honesty for everybody. I'm honest about it. And honestly, we aren't going to do anything. And in the meantime, the circle continues to get smaller and continues to get closer. It grazed us a couple times ago. I don't even know how many times ago. Remember that? It grazed us?
Yep.
And we just kept pushing, didn't we?
Yep.
Hey, man, NFL football starts tonight. And we're going to get into it because this is a sports show. And this isn't a politics show or anything like that. I'm just asking the people out there, just stop saying it's a tragedy. Because you know what it's not? It's not a tragedy. Because it's become a tradition in our country. And it won't, this is the way that it is. And I'm just grateful it wasn't my wife, someone who watches Woodward, my family, one of you guys, one of your family, one of your friends. But stop telling me it's a tragedy. Because if it was a tragedy, we'd do something about it. And we don't care. We're undefeated against caring. And for the kids out there, hey, I told you guys this last time we talked about this. I'm sorry that we don't care. I'm sorry that we put you in that spot. But we don't care. We care about the way we feel more, how things make us feel more. That's what we care about. And look, I'm not doing this for the politics stuff, so I don't care what your comments are in the chat. I don't care. Not reading them, not getting into it. I'm giving you a statement of fact right now about where we are at. If you're because for me, I would say we have to do something, but apparently we don't have to do anything. And if you're not willing to look at every possible angle to stop this, then you're a piece of shit. You are. Point blank, period.
Yep.
If your feeling is in the way of kids getting shot and teachers getting shot at schools time after time after time after time after time after time after time, that was only 10 times I said that.
And it was more than that.
And it's happened hundreds of times. If you're not willing to look at all angles to try to fix this, then you're a piece of shit. And I don't care. And if that makes you angry, I don't care about that either. Because this is simply a statement of fact. And we're going to move on. I'm not making it a topic. I'm not discussing it. So I guess I'm just going to do what we all do. We'll just move on. And hey, 2 14-year-old kids, 2 teachers that left their family for the day and went to work to raise your children. Because that's what teachers do. I know. I've lived with one for over 20 years.
Yep.
She raises your children. These teachers raise your children. Pete Smith in the chat raises your children. You're not. You're at work. That's what they do. And we don't care that this happens, and we're not going to care. So take that, do whatever you want. If you say, wow, Neil, I hate you, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll go to sleep at night. So that's it. That's all I'm talking about. If you don't want to look at it, except for this one, Octopus, an event causing great suffering, destruction, and distress. What do you mean tragedy is not the right word? Because it happens all the time.
Right.
It has stopped being a tragedy. It's become an American tradition.
Too much. Way too much.
An event that happens repeatedly
All right.
is a tradition.
The definition of insanity.
So that's it. That's it. So if not every single angle is on the table for you to discuss how we can stop this from happening, then you're a piece of shit and we're moving on. So that's it. JP, Neil, for the brutal honesty. That's all I can deal in. I'm not getting in the weeds. I'm not having the discussion about whose fault it is, because we always look for a silver bullet because we're lazy. We are lazy. You know the kind of work it would take to fix this? We're not prepared for that as people.
Yeah. That is facts.
Come on, man. We can't just drop some money to GoFundMe and feel good about ourselves on this one. There's music to download. There's coffee to drink. So just stop. That's all I'm asking from you. Just stop. Because we've moved on. We've moved on from this. And look, KG, I'm not putting you on blast about this.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not. You worked in the news in this town.
I did.
In the ABC affiliate news.
Yep.
You've seen some ish in your day.
I have.
You didn't even know.
I didn't.
And that's not that. Please understand, KG.
No, I know.
I respect you, and it's not a blast on you.
Yeah.
You didn't even know.
It's a fact.
And guess what? None of us probably know the last time it's happened. Before today, whenever the last time was, we don't know about that either.
And I promise you this, it won't be the last time.
That's it. So, that is it. So, all right. The football, I know. Oh, Neil, why are you talking about politics? Talk football. Okay, I'll dance for you. I will. No, we are. We're gonna talk football. So, that's what it is.
I'd rather you dance for me on the sports coverage, but I want to know the people that are going to dance for me on the entertainment. How real are you? You know what I'm saying? That's the measure of the people that are your public servants. Like, we take on that role. So to know that you care beyond just if my team wins or loses, we can all do the whole, shut up and stick to sports talk. But I'm sorry, man, I got kids. My parents are educators.
Yeah.
My grandparents were educators.
You've
And
come
I know
from a
some of the
family
stuff
of teachers, man.
that's what I'm saying. I know what they go through.
Yeah.
And to know that you're already kind of putting yourself in some type of way less than probably beneficial to you, because you're sacrificing to make sure that next generation can have everything that it needs. Sometimes it's the love that kid needs, even beyond just the education. Sometimes it's the direction and the guidance. Sometimes it's the patience and the understanding. And that's one of the things that I'm grateful about for my parents. But yeah, every time you hear one of these things, instantly
My first reaction is, oh,
family.
thank God that wasn't my wife's school.
And I feel you.
Where
That's
my
why I
daughter
say you're
goes to
being
school
real.
too.
Yeah.
And I hate that I feel that. I hate
You know
because
why,
I'm
though?
looking at the screen right now. There are 4 people that got murdered yesterday.
Yeah.
And my first reaction was, wow, thank God it wasn't my family.
You know why
and
you
I'm
hate-
being real right
But
now.
you know why you
Human
hate that? Because when is it going to be?
It's-
None of us can sit
Kool-Aid,
here
Kool-Aid, that's
realistically
it.
say it's not
like,
going to
guys,
happen. That's
everyone
the
in the
scary
chat, everyone in the chat right now that's dropping your solutions, your magic pill solutions, just stop. Just stop. Because we're not going to do anything about it. We're just not. We've proven it hundreds of times. We are undefeated against doing something about it. So just stop. And Kool-Aid, like, I know and I get where you're coming from, and you and I are in the same boat, man. But I guess this is a skill I have. I don't know, but I can compartmentalize about it. I'm not going to push back against something I can't do anything about, especially when the will of the people is to not do anything about it.
Yeah.
So that's it, man. That's it. I'm not blaming anyone. This is we the people, and we the people are cool with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to get it off your chest.
I
If
had
your
to.
family, and
Yeah.
if the chat family is your family, you know what? Whether you agree, you disagree, sometimes you got to hear it out. And this is, I know you don't want us to use that word, but it truly is a tragedy, man. And so I actually do applaud you for giving it some space and some time, because sadly, it was just a blurb that I kind of saw, but didn't quite take the time to really
Process
break
it,
down and
yeah.
process. And you're right. It's almost like this is the cycle. When we hear it, do people say, you know what? This is an outrage. It must be stopped. And
Yeah.
do people say, oh, here we go again?
And when it was Oxford, and we were talking about it because it was our community and it was one of my family in the building, then, and I told you guys that day when we talked, I said, record this and run it back. So if you guys didn't do that, record this and run it back. And when it happens again, well, actually, I won't say when it happens again, because we never get a chance to talk sports, because it's happened hundreds of times.
Yeah.
So, that's it. And I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
Yeah,
All your comments, like all your
even do
magic
it.
bullet solutions. I'm not here for that. I'm making a statement of fact that is inarguable. You cannot argue you cannot like it, but you cannot disagree with it. Is that fair, Spenny? Is that fair?
It's fair.
Okay. All right. We go on. We do the football now, everybody.
Right.
Actually, we don't. We do the baseball. You cannot lose that game last night.
You can't.
You cannot lose that game last night. You cannot lose that game last night. And if you want the, hey, it's meaningful baseball and, hey, it's fun and all that kind of stuff, then you also have to take this.
You got to keep it consistent.
You cannot lose that baseball game last. You're up 5-0, period, and you got to have it.
Factual.
Because you know what? Things went from, and we were, on the morning show, KG, talking about, how real is this run? We were like, nah, it's not that real. Because they were winning, and they were still, 9 games back. And then over the course of of a weekend and a blink, they were 4.5 games back within a wild card chase. They had leapfrogged some teams, and not just buying in. I thought that the aspect of do you buy into the hope was when they were 9 games back and they were on an 11 of 13 game streak. When you are 4.5 games back with the amount of time they had, and honestly, what I believe to be a favorable schedule, you gotta handle business. I wonder sometimes, with their assessment of the Detroit Tigers, is this just proving how much more they have to get, how much more they have to give? Because I did. I bought in just a little bit, believing, they're going to make this thing exciting and fun down the stretch for the wild card race. So last night's loss was disappointing. It was disappointing.
It was, and Zach Soap, the Tigers tigered, that's all. How real was it? At no point, we were celebrating because they were at 9% to make the playoffs, even at the height of the height. I still don't, because it's been a decade since we've been relevant in baseball.
Right.
So I think that we forgot that when you're 4.5 back of 4 teams or 3 teams with 22 games to go,
Right.
now you're talking, I go with a 17-5 to get home. That's not realistic.
It's not.
It's not. 6 games against the Baltimore Orioles. We can touch ourselves about, we play the Rockies and we play the White Sox. Well, you play the Orioles 6 times too, who got their own things to deal with right now.
Right.
By the way, the Oakland A's are 38-30 since the All-Star break or something, too. They've been a good baseball team. And they own us in the regular season.
For some reason.
For some reason, they just do. You know what I'm saying? And, you're going to Colorado, where the Rockies are going to hit enough to win one of the games. You have to sweep Kansas City. Now, you can't just win 2 or 3.
Right, can't win the series.
Because
it must sweep.
If you win 2 or 3, you've gained a game. But more than that, you've lost 10% of your season's games. So that was it. GW the Kid. Wait, did the Tigers lose? WTF. Exactly.
Right.
And that was the same thing for me. Like, I went to bed because I was struggling yesterday with that early wake-up call, getting the kids to their meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
I was struggling with it. But I knew it.
It was a tough loss, and it's just crazy how we diagnose or how we look at this, because post-trade deadline, they're doing pretty good. But in the thick of it, as it relates to a wild card race, obviously last night was damaging. But overall, with where this team is, I can't really scoff too much at what they've been post All-Star break.
Yep. But let's get into it. We are going to do the football. Lions, Rams, and tonight, as a matter of fact. Yep. Chiefs, Ravens. Can we talk about it?
Absolutely,
hey, Spenny, before, can we get a chat pull up?
Yep.
Tonight? What are you watching? Ravens, Chiefs, or the Tigers, Padres?
Come on now.
For the playoff chase.
Come on, dude.
For the playoff. I was told it's a playoff chase.
Come on, dude.
Spenny, were we told it was a playoff chase?
We were.
Let's not pander. You already know what it is.
I was told we're in a playoff race. Are we or are we not? So we're out now?
I mean, to me, we've been out, but that's my fandom. I'm not gonna tell anybody how to use their fandom, so it is what it is.
Hey, look, a little bit of Bally Sports on the side. Got NFL up on the main TV.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell them about Guardian.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. It's 24/7 professional monitoring, so you can call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone with you as long as needed. Because it is technology that is backed by people, and your safety and security, it deserves technology that's been proven to work and people have been proven to care. All you got to do is call this number right here, 1-800-STAY-OUT. Once again, that number, 1-800-STAY-OUT.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza has a new limited time offer just in time for this football season. Soroki's is debuting their fresh signature flavored wings.
Ooh.
Grab your friends, order a New York style pizza, and add fresh wings for the games this weekend. Try one of their 7 different flavors. All you got to do is go to www.sorokis.com.
They got garlic parm wings. I'm in on that.
It looks like one of them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The best Nashville chicken in the game.
Mm-hmm.
In the game. And that's a strong statement.
Hey,
And
the food is fire, man.
Soroki's is
100
good.
and
Is
even,
it really? What are your other options? Churches? KFC? I mean, what are we talking about here?
It is the best, though.
Yeah.
It slaps.
Yeah.
Talk about those biscuits. All right, Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there. Clean up the Tigers discussion. John Fisher, I went to sleep with a 5-0 Tigers lead. Couldn't believe they blew. I mean, I couldn't either.
Yeah.
People talk about that. It sucks to go to bed up 5-0 and then find out that they lost. DNC ENT's got some good Lamar stats. Do me a favor, DNC ENT. When we get back to it, if you want to throw that back in the chat, because it is some pretty good stuff there. But yeah, there is a contingent of people that are like me that say, one bat could have made a heck of a lot of difference. But they didn't act on it. Yeah. All they thought about on that part of the lineup was thoughts and prayers. Like, that was it.
To start the season, man, it looked like they needed a whole lot more. And I remember some of the narrative was just like, so then what's one bat really going to do? But the way things have shaken out, it's like, dog, how much more of a difference that one bat would have made for this Detroit Tigers lineup. There are some nights where it's like all they needed was just one more hit. That's it. And so when you talk about a bat that can bring at least 2 of those hits to the lineup a night, that's where it's just like it gets a little bit disappointing, especially when you see them dropping games to teams that they should be beating. And okay, this is something we've been talking about all season.
Yeah.
You know, how close are the Detroit Tigers? Because we saw the flashes. They started off the season hot in the pitch and carry things.
Yeah.
And we kept saying, when is the bats going to cost this team?
Yeah, and this happened. I mean, but ultimately they did not want to. This was never the goal. Like, after the trade deadline happened, a lot of people probably thought that this team was going to flounder and fall over and die. Now, to their credit, they haven't been, but that was never the mission for the organization at this point. It's about development. Otherwise, they would have tried to buy at the deadline, but they sold everything and they're trying to build for the years to come. So this wild card race, while it's nice to see that the Tigers were talking about them to some relevancy. It was never real. And that's why I'm looking forward to 2025 more than what the rest of this season has to hold.
It's almost like they got to prove to Chris Ilitch that he needs to open up the pocketbooks.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of proving, this Detroit Lions secondary has some things to prove. And Spenny put this on the show sheet. And to me, Spenny, this one jumped off the page. Because let's be real about Sunday night. Be real. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys heard, they're doing the drone show, the Lions drone show for the Sunday Night Football production. They're doing that Saturday night at 8:45.
Yep.
I believe that's when they're doing it downtown. So I know that you'll be busy watching Detroit City FC play El Paso at that time. You guys can go do it, and then you can get back in time, turn the TV on Detroit 50.
Yeah.
For your boy here. So got a long work weekend
support
ahead.
The president.
Got a long work weekend ahead. The show tomorrow, fly down to Florida, broadcast Saturday, early morning flight back to do Detroit Lions pregame show. So help your guy out here. But anyway, though, this jumps out at me. Puka and Cup versus the Lions secondary. We gonna see.
We is.
And
they are going to get tested in this game.
The time for talk about it is over. Like, you can say what you want and things like that, but I'm excited to just talk about this matchup right now. Where are we at for real?
Yeah.
Where are we at for real? Like, everyone went crazy at the draft, and Terrion played the crowd nice and everything like that. But now it's on.
Yeah. It ain't going to take long to find out, I promise you.
So, Kool-Aid.
What up, though?
Here we are.
Hey, listen, last year's defense gave up a lot of yards between the 20s. In the red zones, they were stout. And what I'm hoping, though, is that the additions to the secondary helps to clean up a lot of that between the 20 stuff, because I don't know how uplifting it is for your defense to continue to go out there and get punched in the nuts for 250 yards every single game by whoever's, ex-receiver. I do believe that more so than anything that we can look at with their skill and their talent that I do believe in. I believe in Carlton Davis, Amik Robertson, Brian Branch. I think he's going to have a big year. You got the rookies, Terrion Arnold, and Ennis Rakestraw. What I love more than even their skill and their talent is just the way that they carry themselves. They got that dog mentality, which is a word that has definitely been popping up in sports over the last couple of years more and more and more. And I believe that there are guys that are cut from that fabric. Ennis Rakestraw, as soon as they put on those pads, all of the news from all of the media instantly was, yo, that dude is for real. That guy's for real. And I know we got to see it on the field. And they start right away, probably facing off against, I know Spinney talked about it as well, probably the best wide receiver tandem in all of the NFL. So like KG said, we're going to see right away.
Spenny, what about how did the people receive it? What's the street saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think we look at it as you got the defensive line that's going to give Stafford hell, so he's not going to have time to sit back there and just pick this defense apart, because he's going to be running for his life. We talked about, you got 2 backup tackles more than likely playing. You got Jonah Jackson banged up playing at center for the first time in his career. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that they have to worry about on the offensive line and protecting Stafford. But on top of that, Carlton Davis has done this before. Carlton Davis is a guy that goes up for the majority of his career was going up against Mike Evans every day in practice. So I'm not worried about him dealing with a bigger guy like Puka Nacua. I feel like he'll be able to deal with that. And Terrion Arnold will be insulated with Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, and other players if it comes to him going up against Cooper Kupp. So it depends on the defensive line, because Stafford, say what you want about John, he's a damn good quarterback, and he gets the ball to those guys on time and on target. And he has a good rapport with both of them.
Got a great arm. See, that's the thing, like, Spenny, just to cut you off, I understand everybody talking about the pressure and the offensive line problems, but you know who knows that they have offensive line problems? The Rams.
Yeah.
The Rams know they do.
And a quarterback that's dealt with offensive line problems for quite some time in his career.
Well, I mean, we just gave another extension to one of them that he had.
Well, that was, toward the end, but I get you.
All right, but anyway, though, more on that later, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but here's what I'm driving at, Spenny, is Sean McVay knows that, Stafford knows that, and you can say you can say what you want about John Stafford. Dude has a cannon arm.
Yep.
Cannon, one of the best arms you've seen, man. Maybe one of the best arms since Marino.
Yeah.
I really think that they are going to take the defensive line out of this as much as they can. Just in terms of quick slant, quick bubble, quick toss. Like, I honestly believe that they're going to do that.
Talk about it, because I know that there is a defensive unit, man, that is absolutely licking their chops. And I think that they're going to prove this year that the reason why that was one of the few units on the entire team that Brad Holmes left alone, no additions, no changes made to, that linebacker core. I got high hopes for guys like Jack Campbell taking a big step forward this year and making sure that Flannel Sam, because we got this thing, it's called the Dick Campbell Watch. He gets 130 tackles. Flannel Sam has to pay up on the bet. But I am telling you, I'm bullish on what these linebackers are going to do, and the fact that the Lions get to play defense with good players at all three levels, not just the defensive line. Because last year, Jack Campbell was learning. And to a lot of people, they don't believe that he reached the level that they thought he should have been for the pick. Alex Anzalone, a lot of people don't. I like Alex Anzalone. I think he continues to crush. That secondary, you got people that Jerry Jacobs, Kendall Vildor, they did not deserve to be starting. They didn't deserve to be the backups. They probably deserved to be third, fourth, fifth, down the line. But these were the guys that were playing. This year, you got a completely different defense than the one that Stafford faced. And honestly, the Lions handled aptly. Their defense played consistently the way that they did all season and handled.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a microcosm of the Lions' defensive season last year.
Yeah.
Like, Nacua ran wild.
Of course.
He ran wild.
Where was Cooper Kupp?
But
what happened in the red zone?
They kept him out of the end zone.
Yeah.
And that's why the Lions were good. They held the fort.
But now they've upgraded the defense at every level, and we're hoping, except for the linebackers, and we're hoping that those are the guys. They're the ones that got to make the difference. If you're trying to take out the Detroit Lions defensive line, those linebackers have to step up. Absolutely. That's where I'm at with it, man. And
I think one of the biggest differences in the secondary from last year, other than just coverage ability, is tackling ability. And you look at Carlton Davis and Terrion Arnold are good tacklers. So you throw the quick slants, throw the bubble screens. We'll have Carlton Davis, Terrion Arnold on them, and we'll have Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch screaming in from their safety positions.
Well, Kirby will be kicked out of the game early because he's a dirty player.
Yeah,
that's what I was told.
That's what
John Stafford
says.
told me that.
That's what John says.
Oh, on legal hits at that.
Yeah.
Unflagged hit.
Not even just unflagged.
Unfined hit.
That's it. The NFL,
unfined hit.
They'll go back. They'll say, you weren't flagged, but 2 weeks later, you're getting a fine. He's not even getting fined.
That's how the NFL wants you to tackle.
Yeah.
That is literally how they want you to tackle.
Blame the NFL.
Blame the NFL. Don't blame
John.
Yeah, John.
John, blame the NFL, John Stafford.
Fucking John.
Don't blame Kirby. Blame the NFL, John.
Stafford.
All right, tell us about Lady Jane's cooler.
Yeah.
I will. Awesome is where a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. All you got to do is stop in, sit back, and relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's is wicked awesome.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar? Oh, never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. There's 18 Feldman Automotive dealerships in and around the metro Detroit area. We all know about Feldman Chevrolet in Michigan. Why? Because they are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. But did you know? We had somebody the other day say, well, Ford's greater than Chevy. Okay, go to the Feldman Ford dealer. You notice a pattern here. Kia, whatever kind of car you want, does not matter. Feldman Auto's been in the game for a long time. They are the very best at the car buying experience. Guys, here's a secret for you. They send the cars out, they set the prices, the car companies do. So what are you buying on? You're buying on somebody who knows what's going on, knows what they're doing. That's Feldman Automotive. You can start the car buying process online, roll into the dealership, get your car, and keep it pushing. That's what you're buying here with Feldman Automotive. It's more than a great car. It's a great buying experience. Go to feldmanauto.com today. All right, we're keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. We got Kool-Aid in the house.
Hey,
we
what
got
up, though?
it. He's in for DMAC. We got KG. We got Spencer Raxta. We got all of you. Closing out our chat poll. What are you watching tonight? Because I figured I'd ask the question because I was told it's a playoff race. And it's meaningful baseball in September.
Yeah.
I was told that. 89% of you are watching the Thursday night football game. 10% of you are watching the Tigers.
And you know this, man.
I just figured if a team is playing meaningful baseball and they haven't played meaningful baseball in a decade, I figured people will be locked in. That's what they told me they wanted.
I understand, but if the Tigers weren't in a wild card race and were actually one of the leaders in the AL Central, then maybe. But the NFL is cracked, man. That's that good stuff.
NFL is
the
king.
cocaina. You feel me?
King.
Y'all got any more of that NFL football?
Right. We've been waiting all year for this.
I can't use all of it. All right. GW the Kid, I feel like we got better, which is great, but I do not care about nothing besides win the game. They can look like ish. Just win the game, 6-3, whatever, win. GW the Kid, I'm proud of you. Because that's also my overriding message here today. And Sunday night, something doesn't go well, you'll see everybody on the socials.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be losing their mind and stuff like that. Remember this. When you're a Super Bowl contender, as the Kansas City Chiefs proved last year, anybody remember? They went 11-7.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Wasn't always smooth.
Yep. Lost the opener.
Lost the opener as a almost 3-1 favorite.
Yep. On ring night.
To some upstart.
To some upstart team.
Yeah.
That's my point. We have graduated, everybody. The Detroit Lions as a franchise and we as a fan base should have graduated. We can't get caught up in the details anymore. You can't get caught up on backup quarterback stuff and kicker stuff and all the shit that we worry about all the time. You know we do. Take a spin around the socials in preseason.
But that's the thing. Look. We rap about it all the time. We talk about it with the fellas around the network. These are new, uncharted territories for us as fans. We buried same old Lions. I'm hoping we buried all same old Lions fans. But how are we supposed to act? A team with these types of expectations. From the outside looking in, we've seen 49ers fans, Patriots fans, and all that for years.
Kool-Aid, if you buried it and it's gone, then it's gone, right? Act accordingly.
Yeah.
It's not new anymore. We've been 30 minutes away from the Super Bowl, 15 minutes away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We've been there now. So my whole thing is just act accordingly. And GW the Kid speaks for me on that, man. I don't care about how it looks. I don't care if the quarterback didn't run for yards. I don't care about any of that.
But the reason why I said, and I think this is important because you got to paint the picture. Fans, I believe, need to be taught how to act with these expectations. What do Lions fans for 50, 60 years have to hold on to as it relates to knowing how to act like we've been there before? And that's what I'm saying, because you know what's going to happen. If they win an ugly game and Jared Goff throws a couple interceptions, if J-Mo looks like trash, you already know what the narrative is going to be. Even though they won, you already know what the narrative is going to be, man. And that's the reason why I said, you know what? Who are we as fans? Are we those still? Is same old Lions fans still somewhere deep down inside?
Yeah. I think, and that's been my point, KG, Spenny. Yeah. Like, we've been talking about this, right? Mm-hmm. Like the Jared Goff thing.
Yeah.
We've discussed. They're there.
Among us.
They are among us. In plain sight, they are. There are still a segment of people like that. The John Stafford, I believe,
Detroit Rams.
Detroit Rams segment. There are a segment of them. They exist, everybody. They are still out there. We've seen them in the network yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
They are out there. So, like, all this stuff that we say we're not anymore, there are a segment of people that are. Make no mistake.
During the year that we got Super Bowl expectations, and not just us, looking around just media this morning, national media landscape, and you're seeing the Lions pop up as a Super Bowl favorite coming out of the NFC. But we got fans that are still sitting here questioning and wondering about the starting quarterback of the Detroit Lions.
It's wild.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if they don't go out there, what happens if they go out there and they don't look the part? They don't look the part of that top team. And that's what I'm saying. Chiefs fans, after they lost to the Lions, the Chiefs didn't look the part last year in that home opener, but their fans really didn't overreact. I remember their fans more or less saying, cute win, Lions. We've been here. We've done that.
Yeah. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Yeah. And that's what it is. And I don't know that we're fully prepared for that yet. You know what I'm saying? So ETN says, as a Rams fan, I've seen Stafford overcome mid-offensive line play before. I think McVay will scheme around the injuries, so I'm confident in our offense. And ETN, I am too. And make no mistake, too, because this whole discussion kind of spawned off of, it is the time is now. Like, it's Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua against this revamped defensive secondary for the Detroit Lions. Revamped with, when you look at it, an addition in Carlton Davis, Terrion Arnold, a rookie starting.
Yep.
Here you go, kid. Here's Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua right out of the chute. Mm-hmm. There is no time to get acclimated. That's what I'm saying.
Already be after.
Like, that's and that both things can be true.
Yeah.
Like, Terrion Arnold can get better as time goes along.
Absolutely.
100%. I agree with anybody that says that. But make no mistake, this is a rookie going up against Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and John Stafford.
Yeah.
Never forget, his name is John.
And with the situation at hand as well, they went and they added to the secondary through free agency and through the draft. So if Terrion Arnold is stepping out day one as a starter, to me, that would tell me that he has to be ready day one. This is not the old Lions where you draft a cornerback, with a high pick. And because your lack of talent, your lack of roster construction, he just has to start. I'm expecting Terrion Arnold to go out there week one and look like a difference maker, look like somebody we can rely on to play that position comfortably.
ETN in the chat kind of read my mind. You can say that, and that's cool. You know what I expect the Rams to do?
What up, though?
Get right after him.
They got to pick on him. They have to.
Get right after him from second one.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what I would do.
You're not running the ball against us. Especially if DJ Reader gets
and
sacked.
where you going to attack? Carlton Davis?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Wherever you put him, that's where I'm going, man.
That's the target.
Oh, man. Well, he's going to have his opportunities to make plays.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there is a flip side to this coin. Like, you can't hide him out there.
No, absolutely
He's out there, and that's the nature of the position. You know who else knows that, though? Terrion Arnold knows that. So, you get what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that we fully recognize what we're walking into here. I don't, for real.
I do, but, can't speak for
I'm saying,
everybody.
you know what I'm saying, like the masses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spenny, you've been quiet, man.
Yeah.
When I say that, because when I thought about saying it, I was like, man, I didn't really process this until this moment. You a little bit worried?
No.
So a rookie walking out there?
Not worried.
No has he in the game. I like that, Spenny.
No.
Okay. I'm a little concerned.
I'm not. Is he going to get beat? Yeah. He's a rookie. He's gonna get beat. These are two great wide receivers. They're not gonna lose the game.
Facts.
And you know what?
Cody Ingle, stop being effing scared.
Can I shout out your chat family?
Yeah.
Big D Energy chat family, Woodward Sports chat family, man. These guys are on it. All of them are saying W's are all that matter. They're not going to be those same old Lions fans that get into the politics of, well, Jared Goff didn't look a certain way, J-Mo didn't look a certain way, Terran Arnold got beat. Come on, guys. What are we talking about? What are we talking about for real? If this team goes out there and wins their Sunday night football game on primetime, another one.
Right.
Didn't they go undefeated last year on primetime?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, they go out there and they open the season with a win against Matthew Stafford and the Rams.
Yeah.
If anybody finds something to really complain about, look, obviously the coach is going to go back and clean up things. If you're complaining about this squad after that, man, there is something wrong with you. Straight up.
Brian Ruth. Better be nothing but Goff chants if they give Stafford a tribute video. F Stafford, Kelly, and the kids. Boo them kids 100. I love the people on the social media that are like, you guys are disgusting.
Are we?
For creating this boo the kids narrative.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't create it.
Y'all welcome. Yeah, she created it. We just rode the wave.
That's what I'm saying.
We took advantage of it.
I'm just going by what I was told.
There's two things Kelly Stafford does. It's love backup quarterbacks and think we boo kids.
Yeah.
And yaps. So we'll go through.
And they ducking the smoke.
You know what? I was going to wait as long as it took for Spenny to give his follow-up.
Yeah.
If I had to sit here in silence till 12:59, I knew Spenny had more. I knew it was a classic Spenny setup right there.
Yeah.
Is there anything you left off the list?
Yes, but I don't want to do that.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, listen.
Shout out to Mike. I'm sorry, Mike.
We
sorry,
have
Mike.
class here.
Mike Willett, I see you. It is John Stafford. I think I might have used the M word.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Come on, bro.
Easy.
John.
How about some chants? John ain't Goff. John ain't Goff.
I love Easy, though.
Well, I know we could, and they could do a follow-up chant. Easy hated Goff.
Right.
Easy hated Goff.
Somebody said in the chat, is Jonah Jackson going to get a tribute video?
He should. I mean, at this point,
he'd be more deserving.
That's interesting.
He won playoff games
He won
here.
playoff games
he
here.
did. That is factual.
He won 2 in a week.
Hey, but you know what? It is his first time playing center with Matthew Stafford, man. Broder brought that up on the show. I do wonder about this Rams team. You talk about the chemistry, the cohesion that the Detroit Lions are going to have stepping onto that field. I do wonder about that with the Rams, man, because they got some important pieces that they got to fill. Center is important. You lost a legend on the defensive side of the ball as well. You're going to have to depend on some rookies going up against monsters like Penei Sewell. This is a game where, hey, listen, man, I'll take any dub. But what do I expect? Spenny, I was editing the reel that you did, man. Domination.
Mm-hmm.
Utter domination. This team has improved all over the place on both sides of the ball. I need utter domination, nothing less. At least push the team around. If the timing is a little bit off between the quarterback and the receivers, if the running back might have, I missed a hole here or there, I'm fine with that. But in terms of in those trenches, all I need you to do is take care of business, period. Best offensive line in the game, and you made a hell of an upgrade to this defensive line, not just as it relates to the personnel on the field, but you also talking about Tyrell Williams as well.
And you can take care of business for your pets, Penny.
That's for sure. All you got to do is go to Premier Pet Supply, because Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Boo them kids, everybody. Hey, you know what? You can
In a
still
few days.
Yeah, 100%. You can boo them through the TV.
Yes.
Boo them through the TV.
Oh, they think they can escape the boos. They
can't. And don't forget about the old reliable, too. Stoke not scared. Stoke not scared. Remember that movement?
Yeah.
We're in. We're all the way in. Guys, it's football season. We are here. Get all the best football wearables. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Boot 'em, kids.
Say, for them, this to me is a better team than what we faced last year. Just looking at their personnel coming in. I feel like this is a better offensive line. I feel like this is a better D line. I understand they lost Donald, but I think what they gain is youth, and collectively, that front, man, is, I've said it before, they're young, they're hungry, they're high motor, they're gonna push us. They're gonna push us, and then I think the secondary's improved, these corners, and then certainly their old line over there. Getting Jonah, I think, was big. They retained Dotson, and the backs, the backs on top of Stafford being who he is and mastering this offense and the ability to really, he's kind of got everything at his disposal to do what he needs to. So I just feel like it's they've developed, some of their young guys from last year develop. I expect them to be better than they were last year. The influx of youth that they got this year, those are all players we really like too, in the draft. And so, I think they're going to be a better team. But I feel like we're better too. So I feel like you're getting two teams that are better. Now, this is game one. This is week one. But I feel like both of us have improved, and we're getting ready to head off here Sunday night. So.
All right, that was Dan Campbell talking about the improvements the Rams made. Because remember, the Rams were allowed to improve their team too.
That's normally how it works. If you're a smart franchise.
And they have a very good running game.
Yeah.
As proven. Are people going to cheer Blake Corum?
No, come on, Neil.
Hey, KG.
Neil.
You going to cheer Blake Corum?
No.
What if he scores a touchdown?
No. Why the fuck would I cheer Blake Corum?
I'm asking. I have to.
Neil, come on now.
I'm asking.
Don't do that, Neil.
I'm asking.
Kool-Aid, get your mans.
Shout out, Brian. Are you cheering on Jim Harbaugh at all?
No.
Any appreciation for the national champion coach?
No. You want to know when that appreciation was? 2023.
I was wondering, too, because the last time we saw Jim Harbaugh in the NFL, it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Lions fans, and including Go Blue fans who I knew, were like, nah, get Jim Harbaugh out of here, punt him to the moon. After the whole Jim Schwartz handshake incident.
Oh, well, yeah.
After all that, then he came to Michigan, and it's like, oh, yeah.
Andrew Jones, no shot that defense is better without AD or Ernest Jones. And look, to be fair, Andrew, everyone says that, right? Like, everyone says that.
Yeah.
I've told you guys before, one of the things I do when I'm doing play-by-play when I work for a team is I always hype up the other team.
Mm-hmm.
In case you lose, you're like, damn, that was a good-ass team.
They drafted well. Braden Fisk, I feel like eventually they will take that step. Braden Fisk, Jared Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually they will kind of fill that void.
You know what's funny? They did have a low-key good draft.
Yes, they did.
And no one really talked about them a ton.
Blake Corum, they had a damn good draft.
Sean Hart, boo Blake Corum. Mike G, Blake Corum, greatest Michigan running back in history.
Facts, but I'm not cheering him though. That's a factual statement, but who cares? It's the NFL.
You just want to see him succeed.
The only thing I wish is that he doesn't get injured. I never want to see anyone injured, but that's about it as far as it goes. He's an NFC rival.
Freddie Felt, boot him kids, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, great-parents, great-grandparents, godfathers.
You damn right, Freddie.
Want to see Stafford with the grass in his face. Well, it'll be the rubber pellets, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have to change my whole vibe. I'm coming from my brother's wedding this weekend. I'm going straight to hating children right after that. So.
But you're a pro.
Yeah, I can do that.
I know you can.
Hide your wife.
Yeah.
You're a professional, Spenny, so I have no idea. I have no doubts that you're going to be able to do it. El Gato, that Texas wide receiver for the Rams, is going to be a star. And again, like, they are better, and it's something like we talked about yesterday. This is as healthy as anybody's going to be all season long. I do
Texas
believe.
Wide receiver. Because Mitchell went to the Colts and Worthy went to the Chiefs. So did they get? Was there another Texas wide receiver?
Not that I'm seeing on the depth chart.
Yeah.
Well, the Rams only have 4 wide receivers on their depth chart too.
Yeah. I mean, but besides Cooper Kupp and of course Puka Nacua, I mean Tutu Atwell.
My
solid.
boy Tutu Atwell solid.
Yeah, he's solid. And I forgot the other guy that they got. Well, DeMarcus Robinson, I think.
Jordan Whittington. Yeah, DeMarcus Robinson, Tyler Johnson. Okay, so yeah, they got 6 on their depth chart. So there you go.
Core.
Yeah, they're all right. No, but I guess what I'm driving at here is, the 42-10 crowd.
Yeah,
this ain't that Sunday night.
No,
this ain't.
The Rams
that.
are competitive. They are.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Jordan Whittington.
People, Shad 216. We could actually we actually do play a dwarf at quarterback this season when we play Arizona.
That is true.
Yep. He's a fast dwarf though.
We're not going back to that yesterday at the end. All right.
They're crafty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going back to that, everybody.
You sure about that, Neil?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
Any more superlatives?
I control the flow. We are not going back to that. And the real ones. And you guys try. Hey, don't get it twisted. I saw what some of you tried to do in the chat earlier, and I kept it pushing. There will be no dwarf talk today.
So top 5 dwarfs is the real criminal.
No top 5 dwarfs.
No. John says, Spenny, I'll buy you a shot Sunday at the watch party, and we can boot him kids.
Shout out, John. Sounds
Big
good to me.
out.
Come join us. Watch party. Live at Hayes Social. It's going to be a good time.
That's going to be your spot
Oh, yeah.
for Lions games all season
I'm
long.
going to be getting rowdy.
Yeah.
Every week.
All Lions season. What do we hear? The
Yep.
chat family. Yo, can we come watch the game with y'all? Bro, now y'all can. Show up. We're going to definitely have people there every single week. You already know the heavyweight's going to hold it down.
See, let's go Red Wings party. I see what you're trying to do here, and I'm not gonna let you get away with it. I'm not going to bring up Tiny Tina wearing. Does Tiny Tina wear a Kyler Murray jersey? We're not going to talk about.
Shout out Gimli for sure, Mike G. No, shout out.
No.
shout out Lord of the Rings.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it at
There's
all.
no way you've seen Lord of the Rings, right?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah. You should watch it.
Oh no.
It's the best trilogy of all time.
That'd be hilarious if Neil watched Lord of the Rings.
It's the best trilogy of all time.
No, I absolutely will not. Can we get back to the task at hand?
Yeah.
No, but the moral of the story is, look, there's a lot of coach speak to that, with what Dan Campbell was saying.
Absolutely.
I just think that I am concerned, especially Sean McVay, while he's kind of a DB, is a good coach. The proof's in the pudding.
Facts.
I do worry about it. I know Spenny's.
What?
I know that Spenny had the lockdown stare, the death stare at me.
Yeah. If
I'm not saying like concerned like he's Jeff Okuda.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how many times do dudes come in here and from second one, limit Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp?
I mean, they don't really. I mean, the corner is one of the toughest turnarounds in the NFL. We all know this. Like Spenny said, he will get beat. And that's just a fact. But it's all about how much you do to limit that. Cam Sutton and Kendall Vildor, no disrespect to Kendall Vildor, but last year it was bad. We had receivers going off for 200+ yards. That cannot happen. That can't happen. But as
Cats
long
were
as
getting 2 bills out there.
Like, that's ridiculous. But if you limit the damage, that's what that's all about. And if you do believe that he'll get better week to week to week, then it shouldn't be a concern.
And I believe that that's the foundation for why Spinney is so confident, because like Dan Campbell said in his clip, we got better too.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we think of this team as they were last year because we saw how close they were to a Super Bowl, but they went into this offseason and into this draft. As much as people want to talk about, hey, the Rams drafted good, hey, the Lions drafted good. And they had a really good offseason as well, and then they went and locked down their players, and Brad Holmes caused a stir all across the rest of the league this offseason. Players holding out. I'm hoping that there's some small splinter in the locker room of like the 49ers and others because of how masterful Brad Holmes has handled this thing. And I believe that when we talk about the Rams, I think it's cool to make sure that we give our respect to an opponent we just faced in the playoffs.
Right.
We're not going to scoff at them. But I want to make sure that the Lions get their just due, too, because if we're talking about a team with Super Bowl expectations, they should be a team that we can look at and say, you know what? They're going to go in there and be as sure as Spenny is, and they're going to handle business. That should be the expectation this year. We see, and that's why I asked you in the beginning, it's cool to see how this show is going today, because how are we supposed to act? What are the expectations supposed to be? Because I know Patriots fans knew their team is going in and housing everybody. There was no, they didn't come into week one in games like this and go, oh man, you know, I don't know. And that's where for me, I'm kind of like where you're at, but then I'm like, but they're supposed to have these expectations.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be that dominant team that goes in there, and these are the types of games that you handle. This isn't the 49ers.
And if you don't care about the results, then you shouldn't be worried as much. And I mean, as far as Terry,
no, I'm not saying like I'm sitting here shaking about it.
Yeah.
At some point, they will have success.
Yeah.
The Rams will have success in the game. It's the
Absolutely.
NFL. Every
Absolutely.
team has success at some point in the game, even the awful teams.
But at least with Terry on, it's not even about him being a lockdown corner. There's not many lockdown corners in the NFL anymore. It's kind of a lost start. I don't need him to be Terry and Island, but I do need him to be opportunistic, because that's something that this secondary was really missing last year, takeaways. We need him to be opportunistic and do what he did best at Alabama. Go intercept the ball at opportune times. And I think that'll go a long way. Limit the damage.
Aaron Glenn, we're going to learn a lot about him right off the gate. When we talk about what are we going to learn about Terry Arnold, this is something that we've been saying for the better part of the last, season or two?
Yeah.
We've been talking about, is it the personnel or is it Aaron Glenn? This year, there is no excuse for him. And from game one, he has a tough task. That's the guy that I think the spotlight should be on more than even Terry Arnold, because you got two wide receivers that are going to be running wild. You got a formidable running back core. Like, Aaron Glenn has his work cut out for him, but I do believe he has the pieces to get it done. They made some changes to their other positional coaches on the defensive side of the ball, and that's the person that I'm putting in the spotlight. I know we talked about who our 3 stars are going to be this morning, but in terms of the players or people that I think need to step up and be the most important, Aaron Glenn is that guy for me right now.
Nope.
He has to perform from that defensive coordinator spot.
ETN, Sean McVay is 6-1 in week ones. That's an underrated stat. ETN, I know.
Yeah.
Then that's the other part of this
sound good.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
As
like
this team's ready to go.
they're real over there. Yeah, no question.
Sounds good.
Absolutely no question.
Line them up.
We're gonna do a Lions nickel package. I know we usually do those on Friday. Don't worry, we will tomorrow.
Yes.
But we're here, everybody. We are going to talk about the Ravens and the Chiefs game too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we made it, everybody.
We did. I live to see another NFL season so far.
And we're going to talk. And you guys are going to. 90% of you said you're going to watch that over the Tigers tonight. So, the will of the people holds out, at least in some aspects in our society. It does. Let's talk about it, everybody. You guys know where I'm at. You guys know where Spenny is at, and that is right here at Planet Fitness, the very best gym in the gym game. It's fitness that fits your budget. I talk about this all the time, and I'll continue to talk about it. Black Card, $24.99 a month. You can go anywhere, do anything in Planet Fitness. In any Planet Fitness, over 50 in Metro Detroit, over 2,600 of them in the world. Doesn't matter where you go, there's always a Planet Fitness there. Squeaky clean gym, great facilities. Go in, take a shower after the workout, get dressed, go about your work day. I love it. I like getting in there in the morning, getting that out of the way, and getting the day started off right. Guys, it is the very best deal in the gym game today. Some of you are paying $80, $90, $100 a month for your gym membership. Why? Everything you need at Planet Fitness. Go to planetfitness.com, join there, pull in the parking lot on the way home today. You can join there. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
What about second best bar?
You guys, hey, you know what we're going to be doing. The Woodward Sports pregame shows Sunday on game day at 42 Watson Street. That's right. We're in Detroit.
No
As a matter of fact, no Randy Watson. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Myself and Sean Belizean. That is right. Typically
Fire
10
combo.
to noon, 5:30 to 7:30. Second best in Detroit. Get in there. I will be into the Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. I'm telling you that right now.
Yes.
My guess would be Sean Belizean might dabble as well.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just saying, we have the very best pregame show in Detroit. Not the flagship station, not a TV station, Woodward Sports, the #1 sports network in Detroit. We want to see you out there. 42 Watson Street. Woodward Sports, Lions pregame shows.
The Great American Chevy Week is back and bigger than ever at Feldman Chevrolet. Choose from the largest inventory of award-winning Chevys, all priced to move for the biggest week of the year. Get this 2024 Silverado for only $213 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $249 a month. Feldman takes the Great American Chevy Week to another level. Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How would you like $10 of free products from Dispo Dispensary? Screenshot the image with the QR code and bring it to any Dispo location, and you'll get free $10 to spend in store with a minimum purchase of $25. Visit Dispo Dispensary today. DispoShops.com. Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug.
Pulling up to hour number 2 of the show, which is wild, by the way.
Yeah,
that this is hour number 2 of that's football season for you. Neil Rule, we got Kool-Aid in the house for D-Mac. He was a late scratch. I guess that's what he went on the injury report as, a late scratch today. Yeah. We have KG, we have Spencer Raxter, we have all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread as well. Your messages are welcome. We read the good ones. We read the bad ones. So try to read as many as we can. You're taking the time out of your day to watch the show. Least I can do is read your thoughts out there, except for this one. Steve, I pay $100 for the rock wall, Neil. Well, Steve, you get what you deserve then. You get what you deserve. You don't need a rock wall. Christ's sake.
All right.
But yeah. Well, Top 5 Wednesday next week.
Yes, sir.
We said top 5 bad mothers in honor of how electric top 5 bad fathers were.
That was great.
It was great.
People was loving the Paul Cox pick, just saying.
That was a great pick.
There it is. But yeah. But okay, so here's the deal. You guys know that we like the nickel package. And for those that are new, because viewership's exploding again, for those that are new, it's 5 questions, i.e. nickel. 5 defensive backs, nickel package, 5 questions. Spenny's cooked a special Thursday one up. Fridays, we like to do a nickel package show where we do about college football, pro football.
Sports media.
My
favorite.
All of it. So in honor of that, Spenny has a special Lions one for Thursday. Spenny, you want to bring in the nickel package?
Sure, let's start the nickel
long.
package. All right, first question of the nickel package. Over under 1.5 John Stafford interceptions.
1.5. 1.5.
1.5.
Like if we're doing this for money,
he's getting at least 1.
If we're doing this for money, I would take the under.
I'm doing under too. He'll throw 1 exactly.
God, let it be Kirby Joseph.
I swear. Thank you,
That's
Neil.
the nuclear option, dog.
Please let John Stafford throw a pick
the
to
gods
Kirby.
above. Yes.
Let's rock, bro. That would be so epic. And you know what? I hope one of those guys is mic'd up or somebody around him when it happens too. It'll be so epic, man. You know why I want to see it happen? Not just for the irony to Stafford, but I want to see what Kirby Joseph's response is going to be. Because all offseason, man, anytime the Rams came up in some of the social content that the Lions were doing, Kirby Joseph, man, he took a few extra seconds to focus on the Rams. I can't wait to see that game and that matchup.
What do you think, Spenny? They gonna get 2?
I think it's going to be over.
Oh,
I do. I think he throws 2 interceptions.
Spenny's gonna be betting one of those mega 12-leg $2 to win $76 million.
I think he throws 2 interceptions.
Talk your shit, man. I love it.
He's going to have to make quick decisions. We've got our new defensive backs are sticky to the receivers. They're going to be in there. He's going to have to make quick throws if he doesn't want to get sacked. I think he throws 2.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Spenny, cook one up. One of those $2 to win $2 million. Kirby Joseph, interception return touchdown.
John Stafford sacked 5 times.
5.5.
Plus 10,000.
3.5 interceptions. Lions win by 20 plus.
Yep.
Come on.
Plus 10,000.
All right, second question of the nickel package.
No, F that. Come on, cook it up.
I'm not cooking one of those up. No, not going to do that. But over/under, Aiden Hutchinson getting to John Stafford 1.5 times.
Over.
Oh my God, you guys.
Over.
I know.
2 this morning.
I know we're fired up.
Listen,
I'm fired up.
If DJ Reader gets snaps, over. I promise you.
Okay.
I promise you.
Backup tackles. He's going up against Joe Noteboom. He's going to be starting right tackle.
That's been my
You
entire
underselling
argument
this
about
Rams
game.
offensive line, I feel like.
No, the total for Hutch is what, 10.5, right?
Yeah.
10.5. That's the over/under.
Yeah.
I'm smashing that over.
He's going over 10.
I know. I'm thinking about putting a get right on.
I would.
2 week 1.
He's going to be the only Lions defensive player with double-digit sacks, most likely.
Aiden Hutchinson's going to have 17.5 sacks this year.
My floor is 14. That's
LFG, under 1.5 sacks for Hutch. Let's go, Rebbing Sparty. Hutch hat trick, over 2.5. He's going alt line.
Ooh. He's had 3 sacks in the game before. It's not like it's unheard of.
No, I know.
I
know
was
he's
there.
done
I've
it.
seen it. I've seen it live. I'm just saying. Like
John Stafford's going to be in the dirt a lot in this game. I'm telling you that.
Yep. He might have that concussed look again.
If I was Aaron Glenn, I would send Kirby Joseph off the edge in the first play. Hit him right in the chest.
And for real. Go helmet to helmet. Take the penalty.
No, I would not do that.
If we're doing it, let's go all the way.
Well, you know we're a dirty franchise that harbors
he's a dirty player.
Yeah.
I was told by John Stafford he's a dirty player, so go be dirty.
Bounty Gate.
And then lift up the jersey with the villain shirt on.
Bounty Gate Part 2.
Yeah, I'm not asking for him to make helmet-to-helmet contact. Just send Kirby off the edge
I'm
and
not
punch him right in
asking
the
for
chest.
it either.
But if it
happens.
You was going to say it.
All right, next question.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. That time I got off track.
Are we all over? Are you picking under for that, Neil? Real quick.
Come on, bro.
You ain't giving us an answer.
Yes, because because James Houston's going to get 2.
Yep. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
DNC ENT, Hutch 15+ sacks, plus 470.
I like that. I'm going to sprinkle that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Put it in the parlay.
Not a parlay. I don't think you could do future parlays with same.
No, you
I don't
can't.
know.
You can't.
FanDuel's weird with that shit. All right, next question. Who scores the first touchdown of the season for the Lions?
Kirby Joseph. Why not? Let's go all the way in.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Which drive? The first defensive drive?
First throw. The first throw of the game. Kirby Joseph. Tutty. Come on. Who's in?
Oh, man.
What's Kirby Joseph to score the first touchdown? I'll ask the chat. Pop it up there in the chat thread.
I love that answer.
Lions defense first touchdown is probably like plus 2,500.
You know it is.
Yeah.
That shit is high.
If I had to pick one person,
Detroit Dabber says Kirby's coming out in the black forced cleats.
That'd be hype.
hey,
You better stop
Stepping over the goal line.
You better stop playing with that, man.
I'm sorry. Go
That's
ahead.
big curve.
no. Hey, any Kirby Joseph love right now.
He got the hands too. Don't fuck around.
Definitely. I mean, that's what Woodward Sports is for, right? Hey,
Yeah.
what is Stafford doing? He's using his platform to call our guy dirty. We use our platform to definitely hype up Kirby Joseph. He plays the game the right way, man.
And I can use my platform to say that he is, in fact, John Stafford.
His name is John.
I'm so sorry.
Big curve.
I don't deal in speculation, Spenny.
His mama called him John.
I'ma
call him John.
Just like it's Rain Dakota.
Yes.
His mama call him Rain, I'ma call him Rain.
Damn right.
I'm just going by what your mama says.
Let's go, man. Look, Jamison Williams, he's going to have a big year. A big year. I believe he's going to score first.
Ooh.
Some trickery here.
I think it's the end round, if anything.
That's what I was about to say.
That shit has never
That's what
failed.
I think it is. That end around. Because what are you going to do? You gotta make sure you cover Sam Laporta. You got to make sure you got Amon-Ra St. Brown covered. You got to make sure that you got somebody spying on Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Jamison Williams is going to be the first to score this year. And I think he's going to score more than a lot of people think.
Kool-Aid, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think they're going to score their first touchdown on an end-around play, but it's going to be a fake end-around, and it's not going to be Jamison Williams. They're going to fake the end-around, get the defense staring at Jamison Williams, hit Laporta up the seam for a touchdown.
Laporta.
You know what?
I'm going to go with good old Monty.
Yeah.
The old reliable.
Monty's
At the
plus
goal
money
line,
to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
People, hey,
He's plus money to score a touchdown.
which is wild. That's wild.
people have forgotten. about our GOAT, David Montgomery.
I've been bigging
the
him up
Get Right
all
GOAT.
year.
The biggest hit in the history of the Get Right, which,
Yep.
by the way, is 57 and 26. We gave you last year.
Yep.
David Montgomery over 10 touchdowns at 4-1.
Yep.
You cruised. You had that money in your account by Thanksgiving, I think.
Big facts.
I'm just saying. DNCNT defense plus 2,000 on DraftKings. Haven't checked the Blue app.
Yeah. Who would be your pick, Neil?
Hey, if I was going to bet it, I'd bet Kirby. If
You
that's,
bet Kirby?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I could bet it, I would do defense first touchdown at the 20-1.
Yeah.
And sprinkle a quarter unit on Kirby. Why not, man?
Okay.
It's fun.
Look at Neil get loose, man.
It's fun.
I love it.
It's absolutely fun.
All right,
Talk your
next
shit.
question of the nickel package. Who finishes second on this team in sacks?
Oh, they asked us that on the morning show.
Say it.
I'm buying James Houston.
Whoa.
I'm bullish on James Houston.
Over contract year bump, Aleem McNeil.
Yes.
Now, you do know that he's not technically on the other side of Hutch. He's backing up Hutch this year.
Correct.
So, okay.
He'll be playing a lot. He'll be playing a lot
You
on
think he's
third.
gonna make
When it
that
comes
difference?
down to it, he'll be out there. Watch.
Marcus Davenport is finishing second in sacks. And he'll have a healthier year than what we realize.
Marcus Davenport?
Yeah.
What do you think about Aleem McNeil, though?
I'm big on the lean, man. I think from the interior defensive line position, he can damn near finish 10 sacks for the year. Like, he was close. Last year he had 5, but got injured kind of during a hot streak. I felt he could have had 8. I think with DJ Reader, it's very possible he'll get towards 10 sacks.
And Neil, don't give me hope, man. I
I'm
want to
telling
believe
you.
in James Houston.
I'm
wanna
telling
believe in
you.
him.
I think Lee McNeil will be second on this team in sacks. I think he gets double digit sacks this year.
Damn.
He's going to be seeing one-on-one matchups the entire year, and he's going to take advantage of it.
So will James Houston.
So will James Houston. But it's an easier path to get to the quarterback from defensive tackle.
$20 million man.
You're going to see.
Yeah, Kevin Zeitler, a guy who literally saw it happen last year with Justin Matabuki, a guy that came out of basically nowhere and had 13 and a half sacks for the Ravens last year from that interior defensive line position, said the Lions could have 2 $20 million defensive tackles with Lee McNeil and Levi Onwuzurike.
Yeah.
And they could take it on too, because as you watch these quarterback contracts and these wide receiver contracts, you got a discount to market.
Yeah.
Through it all, the Lions moves, they got discounts to market. All that money they spent,
Absolutely.
which was like $500 million.
Yeah,
because
they got ahead of the game.
They got ahead of the game. All right, fifth down.
Cooking.
All right, fifth down, fifth question. Could you see Jared Goff throwing for 5,000 yards this year?
Yes.
Whoo, Neil.
I could see it.
Neil.
I could see it. No doubt. J-Mo is in, everybody. Like, I know that your previous previous hatred and bus talk, and there were a lot of you out there.
Oh,
No? We got
man,
receipts. We got receipts.
Yes. He's no longer the fourth option in the offense.
No, he is not.
Y'all better believe Neil,
And
man.
I'm
It's a
telling
CVS size
you guys, the man is out there himself talking about, I want to lead the league in yards and touchdowns. If he does that, there is 5K loading. Because Amon-Ra's getting 1,200 at the floor.
Yeah.
At the absolute floor. Worst case scenario.
I believe that. But I'm going slightly under 5. He had 4,500 last year. I think 4,750.
Yeah, I could see it. The question is, could you see it?
I think that's what the magic mark.
And oh, by the way, he was second in the league in passing yards last year, and fourth in touchdowns.
Yep.
Contrary to what, anytime national media spews something about a quarterback, remember that.
And remember that he led the league in passes of 20 yards or more.
No, I was told he can't throw deep ball.
Yeah, I was told that too.
Oh, but the receivers are just doing it. Oh, I know. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
We were
Absolutely.
lied to.
I was lied to. Absolutely, I was. Man, them black jerseys, too.
Yeah.
Funeral.
They're going to shut the lights off in there.
That shit gonna be crazy.
Bro.
Spinny, did we get your answer?
Jared Goff, I could see him throwing for 5,000 yards because he's going to throw for 5,000 yards this year. I've talked about it already that if Jamison Williams does if he is what I expect him to be, then this is going to be a historic offense. Not a good offense, not one of the best offenses in the NFL this year. One of the best offenses in the NFL in the history of the league.
One of the greatest shows on turf.
It's going to be up there with the show on turf. It's going to be up there with the Cardinals team with Anquan Bolden, Larry Fitzgerald, Kurt Warner. It's going to be a team like that. I could see 3,000-yard receivers. I could see Jared Goff throwing for 5,000 yards because he's going to.
Spinny on
And that's
fire,
Big
bro.
D energy right there.
Man.
That's Big D energy right
Clear
there,
out.
man.
Spinny is on fire right now.
I mean, I agree with him, though. When we go through and we talk about all of the different over-unders for the offense, and when you listen to them talk, it's not just J-Mo saying it. Amon-Ra St. Brown says he has a target. He wants to go out there and mash. Him and Jahmyr Gibbs, they got their bet. What was it? 1,000 rushing, 1,000 receiving for J-Mo? And what for Jahmyr Gibbs, what did he say? I'm breaking the bank this year. I'm breaking Amon-Ra's bank. So at least we know from a player's standpoint that these guys are going to be after it. And then you drop in Laporta. He definitely got the opportunity to throw for over 5,000 yards. I'm seeing the light spinning. At first, I was leaning a little bit more towards candidate KG, but other booth candidate Spinny, I think you've swayed me.
Spinny like Trump over there. He's just saying anything.
I'm just saying. I've been saying this since the preseason started. I've been saying this since the first day of camp. If Jameson Williams is what he's projected to be, this will be a historic offense, and I fully believe that he will be.
Because our pass catchers, you're talking Amon-Ra, Khalif Raymond, J-Mo, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, minimum. You got the weapons.
We forget that that's the reality of the offense. Like, we've forgotten that.
Top three back-to-back years.
We've talked about cornerbacks and defense and help for Hutch and edge rusher and all that kind of stuff. We just assume that now.
Yeah, the offense is what it is.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
They could be top one if J-Mo takes that next step.
That's what I'm saying.
Swiss Insurance is top one.
Damn right.
They are top one.
Talk about it.
Believe that.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you guys about Swiss Insurance. Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss will make sure that your current provider isn't slipping in anything extra, including those fees. All you got to do, call our guy Mark at Swiss Insurance, that number 313-530-1698, or visit them online, SwissINS.com, and let them know that Woodward Sports sent you.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supplies has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust, on Woodward Ave, the legendary Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Kool-Aid in for D-Mac. We have KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Get in there, get your thoughts out there. And, you know, we've been chopping it up, man. All right, DNC ENT. He's got one for you. He's got one for you, Spenny. This is all you.
Yeah.
I see.
Plus 50.
Plus 56,000.
Yeah.
Damn.
Lions minus 2.5.
Easy.
John 300 plus passing yards.
I don't hate that.
Goff 250 plus passing yards.
Easy.
Yep.
Let's go.
Where is the catch? I'm still waiting for the catch.
What's he got? Gibbs.
It says Gibbs.
Yeah.
I don't know. He must have been a typo.
Gibbs receiving yards maybe 19. I don't know what he's got there. Gibbs 100 plus rushing yards. Laporta 6 plus catches. Monty TD. JMO TD. LFG.
I like
I
it.
can see it.
I don't hate it.
I can see it.
Plus 66,000.
It's not the worst parlay I've ever seen.
No, I can see it happen. I think what do you think would be the toughest one to make happen?
You're.
I mean, you playing
honestly
when you're
probably the Stafford 300 yards.
I see John 300 plus.
True, you playing the touchdown game though too. So
I would say the 100 plus rushing would be
For Jahmyr Gibbs, right?
a stretch with Laporta getting 6 touchdowns, JMO getting a TD.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
6 catches,
Monty with a TD. You know, you're
The 100 yards for if it's rushing, that was the one that kind of caught my eye.
It's aggressive, no doubt. But hey, it's plus 66,000. It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not like
worth it.
hey, bet your family's grocery money
Exactly,
on the weekend.
right.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, but you won't have a family after that.
Maybe. No, hey,
Maybe.
Maybe you have enough food for 66,000 days.
That is
instead
fine.
of one
Yeah,
day.
it's fair.
So there you go. But yeah, those are fun, man. I do like talking about the bomb parlays that are in there. No, but we've done it, everybody. NFL football is back starting today, and it all gets going tonight. The Ravens playing at Kansas City. For informational purposes, only Kansas City a 3-point favorite. The over-under is 46.5. And you know what? We can talk about it here. And we can talk about it for a lot of reasons. But one of the biggest reasons I think that we can talk about it here today, these are the contemporaries of the Detroit Lions now. The Ravens, the Chiefs, all these other teams.
Sitting at the big boy table.
We are at this table.
A new rarefied air, Neil.
We are at this table now.
The elite table, you would
The
say?
elite, the head of the table. Like the adults table at Thanksgiving. We are here.
Let's go.
We are here. We have arrived. And yeah, I think that 90% of you told me earlier that you will be watching this game instead of the Tigers, who are in a, quote, playoff chase, as I was told. So make no mistake, and that's a baseball team that hasn't been relevant in a decade. 90% of you are going to watch this game. And Kool-Aid, the reason why I did that is because I'll land the plane now, because it just adds to the Lions' fire. We will all be watching this football game tonight, all of us. And what are we watching for? We just want to see. We just want to take a look. It's almost like looking at an ex's social media profiles. You just want to see what's going on. What are they up to? How's it going over there?
He just so happened to walk into the restaurant.
That's what I'm saying. You just happen to see them. Like that's what it is tonight.
Yeah.
We are watching, and we are going to be locked in, not because it's Mahomes and Lamar, but that helps. No, make no mistake, that helps. We are going to be watching because these are the team. These are our peer teams now.
Different
as weird as that
eyes,
is to say.
Different expectations. And so now when we sit down and we watch these games, the theme of this, who are we as fans now that our team has expectations we've never seen before? Yeah, when we sit down and we watch these games, it is with as fans, our big boy pants on, just like our team, when they can sit down at that table. And I am looking at this to see, okay, what are these championship level teams, and obviously the championship winner, the Chiefs, who are these guys? How are they looking? What are they doing? How do we match up? Because that's where we're at now. Before we enter the season and we look at that first game just because it's a good matchup. But right now it's because our squad may have an opportunity to meet one of those two teams in a Super Bowl. And that, to me, makes football that much more sweet. I didn't know how sweet football could actually be. I knew it was already cracked before. But now we're sitting down watching games knowing, hey, our squad belongs on the same field as those teams too.
Ski Mask Boy, yeah, that's not creeping. It's just checking out. I hate when people put a negative connotation on checking out. And exactly, Ski Mask Boy, like there is a purpose behind it. There absolutely is. Spenny, you're going to be locked in tonight, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because it's football.
It's more than that, though. This is more than that.
I don't. It's football. I just want to see football again. I want to see good football again. This is like a Super Bowl caliber matchup. So I'm excited to see him go out there and bang it out, man.
Jeremiah's got a good one. I'm watching tonight with the same mentality I have when I'm looking around before I buy a new car. Yeah, you just kick the tires. Mm-hmm. I am curious to see, because I've heard people talk about it, like game stuff. They have discussed the Ravens running the option. Bring the option. You know, if they're going to do the option, I'm in.
That shit is unstoppable. If you have Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and possibly Mark Andrews as a passer
and
option.
Likely.
Yeah,
like
Likely too.
They got
people
two
forget
damn
about
good
that
tight ends.
Yeah.
People forget about Isaiah Likely, man.
Yeah.
That guy's a force.
And Zay Flowers look good.
Yeah. He got to take that next step, though.
For sure.
But yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's take the break. We will come back, and I do kind of want to get into it a little bit because, again, there are a lot of expectations. I think the Ravens are the kind of becoming the AFC's 49ers.
Yeah.
Ooh,
like
yeah.
the clock is ticking.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
Big fact.
They're in the pressure cooker. Let me tell you about where you can get right for Lions and NFL game day Sundays. You guys already know what that is because we're doing it better than anyone right here on Woodward Sports.
Oh.
It starts off early, 8 a.m. We got Matthew Broder. Is his real name John, too?
I don't think so.
No. All right. We got Matthew Broder
John
and Terry
Broder.
Foster, Woodward and Maine. You guys know what it is, Sunday at 8 a.m. We also have the Lions pregame show. We'll be live at Second Best, 42 Watson Street in downtown Detroit.
Sexual chocolate.
10 a.m. to noon typically, but this Sunday night will be out 5:30 to 7:30, and it's all brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters out there on East 14 Mile and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. You can get Sabbath Coffee and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey and mix them together if you want. It's a game day Sunday. No one cares. You can do whatever you want. No one cares. You want to drink in the morning? You can do that. Get your coffee from Sabbath, get some Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, and get your football fix with Woodward Sports. The best NFL and Lions coverage in the city.
Right.
Not the flagship, not a TV station, Woodward Sports Network. We're doing it better than anyone. Fact.
Rock out.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injuries insights with our guy, Dr. Jeff Pierce of the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. He's with us every Tuesday during Big D Energy. Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, he offers top-notch injury advice for us weekend warriors. We also talk about breaking injury news in the sports world as well. Trust the guy that Darren McCarty trusted with his career. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. Dr. Jeff Pierce can be found at MichiganSportsandSpine.com, and his appearance powered by MRI of Southfield. We're keeping it pushing. It is NFL opening night tonight. They got any concerts going on? Ed Sheeran going to be in the mix?
I don't think so.
There's going to be somebody. Probably Taylor Swift.
She is at the game.
She's not working though tonight.
Yeah, probably not.
She's chilling in the box.
Support the booth.
They'll have a concert, I'm sure.
Shout out Anakin, by the way, listening while he was on lunch from school. Shout out Anakin.
Big shout
Appreciate
out.
you.
F that class.
Absolutely. But yeah, So that is it, though. No, but I wanted to get into it because there are some storylines, and these teams are the Lions' contemporaries and the teams that they're going up against. Theo says Carson Steele. Nobody?
Drawing a blank.
Okay. Mason Leach. How about this parlay? Lamar over 217.
Is Pacheco
Passing, right?
Passing.
Okay.
Patrick over 269. Xavier over 45.5.
Yeah.
Andrews 46.5. Zay over 53.5. Travis over 58.5.
I might be a little lower on Travis in this game, but I'm not mad at that though. It's not a bad part.
I think one of the Chiefs receivers won't get home on that.
Yeah.
The Xavier Worthy thing, like
That could be one pass though.
What's that?
That could be one pass.
It could.
No, it could. But at the same time, how many of these rookie wide receivers that aren't like the top 5 or 10 guys, how many of them show up and just pop off like right away?
I mean, not a lot, but
tough.
this is Patrick Mahomes. And we've seen what he's done with people with that kind of speed.
The two spots where it does happen in the NFL is wide receiver and running back, and being in a Patrick Mahomes-led offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it were a running back, I would say fair play.
Yeah.
You know, I'm with you.
That's who Carson Steele is. He's their running back. But I mean, if Pacheco's not playing, I would play his over, but I think Pacheco's playing.
Hey, the early reports are that Worthy and Holmes, they got a connection.
Well, I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure they do. On the Ravens side of things, am I the only one? Like, yes, I was just glossing it. Like, if you're gonna run the option, I'm here for it. I love seeing the option, but at the same time, am I crazy to say that the Derrick Henry thing? I think people are kind of overblowing this, man. You got cats out there saying he's going to run for 1,500 yards and all that kind of stuff. Like, here's the deal, guys, and it's pretty much proven. When running backs get north of 30, ... especially when you have the mileage that Derrick Henry has. Like, when's the last time we saw prime Derrick Henry?
It's been a while.
I mean, he had like 1,300 yards last year.
Right. In a shitty, well, I wouldn't say shitty, but not a great offense.
I know that you're real bullish on Derrick Henry, right, KG?
You said what?
So you're bullish on Derrick
Oh,
Henry.
absolutely.
You think about the math.
I feel like that's the move that takes them over the top, because one thing that they have missed is a consistent running game. Now, I know they had Gus Edwards when J.K. Dobbins went down, but something always seems to happen to the running back position with the Ravens.
That is true.
And I think Derrick Henry is solidified. If you can get maybe between 14 to 15 games from him in the regular season and he's available for the playoffs, you're good.
Yeah, in 2022, he had 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns. Last year, he had 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns.
In 17 games.
Yeah, he's still
kind of doing it. And then that size, he's hard to tackle. I understand he has a lot of mileage, but I'm just saying.
Aren't they missing a guard over there at Baltimore?
They are.
Yeah.
But they still, offensive line still solid, I would say, overall.
I don't know. It's just when you get a running back north of 30 with that kind of tread loss on the tire.
It can fall off quickly, though. It can.
And guys, you know this.
I thought it was going to be last year. I thought it was going to be last year.
a lot of people thought it was going to be last year.
I keep saying, I'm not going to say it's going to happen until I see it happen.
Facts.
Because I think it's going to happen every year because of how much wear and tear he got, even in high school, and then Bama, and then now in the pros. But he just keeps being Derrick Henry.
He's a unit. Pause.
That's a great point.
That man is a unit, man. Pause.
But no one ever sees it coming. We talk about this all the time.
Sometimes you can.
No, just one day you pop up and it's over.
Sometimes you can.
That's the way that it works, man.
I feel like that's what it's going to be with Derrick Henry.
If you want a bold prediction for the season of one of these two teams, it's that Derrick Henry.
You project him to fall off the map.
fall off, yep. Wow. To fall off.
What's fall off to you? Less than 1,000, 700 yards?
Yeah, like plays 11 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is an injury
800
concern
yards.
There's an injury concern, but
it's just when running backs switch teams at 30, it never goes the way people think it's going to go. Never.
That's true. But he's kind of a different animal. But Ravens running backs do seem to be snake bitten, so I will give you that as well. So
DNC ENT, you can usually see it. CMC's time is ticking too.
I can't say that until it happens.
But the calf, you know what? He's like, I've heard he's 50-50 to play this week.
I thought he would have been fell off already just based on his early injury history. But look, he's
doing plyometrics.
Hey, whatever
Dr. Jeff Pierce told us.
Whatever he's doing is working because he's flourished as a 49er. Absolutely flourished. He was good as a Panther, but he's taking it to the next level as a 49er.
It's just Kool-Aid when you stand in front of the crowd and you draw the sword, you're going to get pushback. That's kind of my bold prediction between these two teams. Yeah, that's what I say. And Isaiah likely will continue to progress.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that if it works, it's going to work. Like you're going to notice it.
I do think with the Derrick Henry thing, it's going to be an all or nothing. It's either he's going to be that guy or it's going to be that year that he falls off. But like you guys, there's been a couple players in the NFL, and I don't know if something's changed or something in the water, but I thought, you know what? The trend is that these guys are supposed to fall off. They're older. What are even some of these guys playing for? But they continue to put up the stats. That's where Derrick Henry, if it works, that's going to be a heck of a tandem.
Yeah. If anything, with the Ravens, I'd be more concerned about the wide receiver core because, yes, you have Zay Flowers. He does need to get to that 1,000-yard level, but Rashad Bateman often injured, and I don't even know who the other guy is over there, but receivers they're kind of thin on.
Yeah. Where's the room with Lamar?
He's got to go out there.
He's got to he's to the point. It's got to be a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I'm a big Lamar fan. I champion him, but he's got.
I like him too, but at some point you got to rise up and win the big game.
Yeah,
and I don't care what your surroundings are.
Right,
I'll keep it 100. If I'm the same way about John, I'll be the same way about Lamar. At some point, it's on you, and they didn't fail you. You failed them. If you don't get it done at the quarterback spot, that's the scoreboard in the game. That's why you make all the money. That's why you got a $250 million contract. Because it's on you, Lamar. That's it.
Yeah.
If you don't get it done, then that's your legacy. Like, he's in legacy building time now. He's got the money. He's got the security. Like, it's go time for him.
I agree.
That's just a way to. And I am a Lamar guy as well.
I agree with that. And I love Lamar Jackson. I just put it plain. I like the way that he plays the game.
Well, everybody loves him because he's a quarterback that can run.
Yeah.
And you know, I think his arm is electric as well.
His arm does get slept on. I don't think.
I think he has a pretty decent arm, but obviously it's gonna be the legs that get people going. Yo, Lamar Jackson, especially here. We hear when you hear fans first talk about Jared Goff, it's instantly either the arm or the fact of lack of mobility. But with Lamar Jackson, you're right. This isn't like a participation award. Now, as an individual, he has accolades, but as a legacy for a career, that goes beyond what you do personally. That goes into what you've done for your team. When we look at our squads here, especially our Detroit teams, it's what you have done as a team. What have you accomplished? And that's where you go to define the legacies. Because we have had some good players here, like a Jerry Stackhouse. We've had good players here, like a Grant Hill. They've had some good personal stuff, but what did they do with their teams?
Right.
So for Lamar Jackson, when you're talking about quarterback, the premier position, probably in all of sports.
In sports, yep.
You have to be the guy, especially when you got an MVP on your resume. That's even more so because there are quarterbacks out there who they obviously going to carry a big burden for their team. But when you are identified as an MVP caliber player, then your team should be able to rely on you, especially as a quarterback. That's one and the same now, to go out there and make something happen. You got enough to get it done. Everyone is saying that you guys are going to be a Super Bowl contender. I really thought last year was going to be a year that they were going to be able to get it done, and it was disappointing to see how things played out in that championship game for them.
Here's another thing about Lamar. He has 0.0 chance to win the MVP this year.
Yeah.
Man.
0 point. He could have the season of a lifetime. They're not giving him the MVP award again.
Yeah.
They are not. They feel scorned by what happened in the playoffs. He's won it twice. He will until he wins a Super Bowl, he will never get another MVP award, no matter what he does.
I can believe that, yeah.
No matter what he does. That's the way this works, too.
Nelson Aguilar is their third receiver, so that just go to show you what their receiving core is looking like.
And, if you're moving teams like Derrick Henry and you need to buy or sell a new house, all you got to do is go to Mark White. You go to Mark White because Mark White could save you up to $5,000 on your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. All you got to do is go to markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. Mark White, again, will save you up to $5,000 on your closing costs. It's Mark White. Market sold. Let your dreams come true.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Hey, everybody, you dealing with divorce, child custody, visitation, other family law issues, KDK Law is the play. Look, chances are, there's some scary stuff that I read off there. You're probably losing some sleep. So why wouldn't you go with the firm that has 24/7 availability? They have over 10 years of experience. They're right here in Birmingham. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law, they will have your back. One more time, divorce, family law, child custody. This is serious stuff, everybody. Scan the QR code on the screen right now. Mention Woodward Sports. KDK Law will pay your filing fee. KDK Law, they have your back. All right, we're keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Kool-Aid in for D-Mac. D-Mac was a late scratch. KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread as well. Danny G in the chat. Neil, is it Neil, N-E-N-I-E-L, N-E-I-L, or N-E-E-L? Danny G, it's whatever it says on my check.
Boom! Hey!
Hey!
That's it. I never understood the people that get mad about like their name getting spelled. I don't give a shit. Is it right on my check?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Because I know the mortgage company always gets it right.
Mm-hmm.
I know they do.
IRS always gets it right.
Yeah, they not gonna forget.
Damn IRS always gets
IRS
it right.
never been wrong.
Yeah.
Not one time.
Bastards.
They triple checked that one. Oh, shoot, I lost it. You said you had a comment there?
Yeah, it was shout out to Big Ben Davis.
Oh, right there, all right.
So what's up, fellas? I just ordered the Laporta Potty shitting on your favorite team shirt from Shop.Woodward Sports.
Damn right.
Awesome looking tee. Can't wait till it gets here. Shout out to Big Dan Davis.
Yeah, the real one.
Supporting the boys.
You know what? I got to admit, I'm stunned by how much merch we move here at Woodward Sports.
Moving merch.
I'm stunned, man.
Yeah.
Shop.woodwardsports.com. We got some cool stuff in there, man. I still champion my free JMO shirt.
Shout out.
Free JMO.
Oh,
he's been
freed. Yes.
He finna be
my
free.
boy out.
JMO Unchained.
These boys playing on my downfall.
I can't
First
wait
day out
for it.
this
Should we
year,
make
boy.
that graphic, Spenny?
I don't want to be a part of that. That'll
Oh
be
my God! Even
negative-
Spenny was like, "I don't want to be a part of
That'll
that."
be a negative connotation if I mean, but he's definitely going to be off the leash this year for sure.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Mason. Just some reaction to the Lamar Jackson stuff. Like, it's on him, man, and it's time.
Yeah.
Mason Leach. What happened to him wasn't in the playoffs last year. Wasn't his fault. It was his OC with the play calling because they only ran the ball 6 times the whole game. Mason Leach, you don't get to do that in the playoffs.
And this is his second offensive coordinator. They got rid of Greg Roman, who they complained about ran the ball too much.
You don't get to do that.
Yeah.
You do not. It's your show. You're the quarterback. You got the $250 million contract.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all, man.
You got to do it.
It's like, and that's my disconnect, like with the John Stafford thing. People say what he didn't have here and all that kind of. You know what he did have? $250 million in salary. He did have that.
Yeah.
And when you get that, the expectations come with it. It's just the way that it is. And it's never going to change. And until he gets it done, yes, he's a 2-time MVP, but that's Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Like when you put up the headstone on his NFL career, it'll say, "Here was Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, but
he'll be the next Mike Vick."
That's it.
He'll be the next Mike Vick, man.
Yeah, and again, I know you can't do that. When you are the MVP, when you are the quarterback, all the praise, all the blame goes onto your shoulders. And rightfully so, because Lamar Jackson is one of the most electric players in the NFL. The offensive game plan was a little questionable, and Zay Flowers...
that drop.
He fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line trying to extend for a touchdown. They probably would have won that game if he didn't do that. But I agree with you. You can't do that. You're the face of the franchise. You're the MVP. You're the
$250 million.
Yeah, you're a $250 million guy. Win or loss, it's on your shoulders. And I feel like his shoulders are broad enough to carry that. Lamar seems like a very sturdy guy. He's not going to let stuff like that get in his head. Right. So I expect him to be back. I think they're going to lose again in the playoffs this year. I think the Texans are going to be. I think it's going to be Lions-Texans Super Bowl.
Yes.
But
talk about it.
Yeah.
It's my pick.
Well, I wonder what that would pay.
Yeah.
Super Bowl exacta.
Chris Platt, he put it like at the beginning of the year. Lions to beat the Texans in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Lions-Texans.
Yeah.
That's your pick,
I agree.
too.
Yep.
Dad with Tourette's. Just look again, guys. No stud running back. Andrews out half the season. Wide receiver 1 was a rookie, and he won MVP. Stop the Lamar Jackson hate.
No,
Dad with Tourette's. It's not hate. We told you.
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan.
He was definitely under. He didn't have the tools, but rightfully so or not. When you are the MVP, $250 million guy, the weight's going to fall on your shoulders.
And that's it. Like Dad with Tourette's, that's the way this works. Awards that are handed out, they will not give him another one.
No, they won't.
That's just the way that it will be. They will give it to Mahomes if he's even remotely in the ballpark.
The only thing that's out of his control is the receivers, because for some reason Baltimore just does not like to invest in receivers ever.
But they use first-round picks on them all the time.
At that same token, Patrick Mahomes has done more with lesser receivers as well.
I think Zay Flowers is a damn good receiver.
No, he is.
He's the best receiver they've had in a while.
Right, for real.
Yeah. Like Hollywood Brown was before Zay Flowers, Hollywood Brown is literally the best receiver Lamar Jackson has played with in his career. They brought in
the corpse of Dez Bryant. Like, come on, what was that going to do? Like,
I mean, and on the flip side, that's what makes me optimistic about Xavier Worthy with Patrick Mahomes, because you're right. He's done a lot more with less.
Right.
But with Lamar Jackson, goodness gracious, man. He had this thing set up to go and punch this a couple times, win the big one a couple times, and now the outlook.
Yeah.
Are you guys confident at all that he's going to get that chance again? Because
I don't think
this year doesn't look good.
I mean, they have the chance.
Yeah.
Like, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. They got one of the best defenses in the NFL. Their offense is much improved. They have just as much of a chance to make it out of the AFC as anybody, but the AFC is going to be a dogfight this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you had to bet, is he winning one of the next 5 years?
He has to.
He has to.
Yeah.
But is he going to?
They'll be in the mix. Because, I mean,
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, the Ravens are a well-run organization. They'll always be in the mix. But, you only got a certain amount of bites at the apple as Buffalo.
I hope he gets it done.
And Weezy D313 says, saying Lamar didn't have help is wild. Where was it? Like, look at.
I mean, he
Hollywood Brown was his best receiver before they got.
But see, the flip side of that coin, they draft receivers in the first round all the time.
Yeah,
they
don't
always work.
They
don't always work. No, they never work.
Zay Flowers could be his first elite receiver. He's not even elite yet. We're going to see.
Right.
Great tight ends. Mark Andrews was hurt all last year.
For sure.
Justice Hill was his starting running back last year down the stretch.
His running backs always fall, and the receivers aren't there.
The three best weapons in that offense last year were Justice Hill, Isaiah Likely, and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Woodward Sports, I did want to bring this up, too, because here we are, never saying a word about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and they play tonight.
Oh, they'll always be there.
And they're always there.
Yeah.
And something wild, Spotrac put this tweet out this morning. It kind of caught my eye when I was running on the treadmill and saw it on my phone. While Patrick Mahomes' $45 million per year contract average currently ranks 12th among quarterbacks, nobody in football is scheduled to earn more over the next 4 seasons by a lot in terms of cash. Mahomes is number one. He'll make $205 million over the next 4 seasons. Jared Goff is second. He'll make $193 million. Tua's third. Love is fourth. They're basically the same, though, at $186 million. And Jalen Hurts is fifth at $184 million. And I think that will be – I wonder about that. Like, when does Mahomes get the deal ripped up and reworked? You know what I'm saying? Like,
he keep contending that he cool with what he got and that he wants the help instead of the money.
Yeah.
some point in time, his agents and the people around him are like,
Hey.
let's rethink that a little
But
bit.
he's going to have stock in the Kansas City Chiefs. So I think ultimately if he keeps playing his cards the way he's playing them, they're going to reward him with a piece of the franchise. And how do you not? Because he's done more for you than
Especially
anybody.
if he continues to be cool like this, you got to do something for him. But these teams aren't obligated to do
they aren't,
anything
but
for anybody.
Yeah, that's true, but this is different. Like, there is no Kansas City Chiefs without Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's true.
They also just sent out a tweet, too. This is fun. You know, Hassan Reddick still hasn't reported.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one holding out still, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still hasn't reported. He's been fined over $5 million
Jesus.
so far. And he'll forfeit an additional almost $800,000 per regular season week.
Ooh.
What?
Which is wild.
And he's willing to go into the regular season, it seems like. He's standing on business.
He going to be up over what? $16 million in fines by the end of the
If he
season?
sits out the whole year, yeah.
Yeah. Which I doubt. Like, he'll get traded at the deadline if he holds out that long. I don't even know if he'll hold out that long.
That's going to be a whole lot of money.
Yeah. He got it.
Since we're on it.
Hey, my buddy, shit.
Before we go to the break, this one's fun, too. According to Spot Track, barring a last-minute extension, which I don't believe will come.
Jamar Chase.
Dak Prescott will enter the 2024 season with a $55.1 million cap hit, the largest in NFL history.
Jerry finna call y'all bluff. I swear to God,
Jerry's
he is.
an idiot.
He finna call y'all bluff. Y'all think Dak gonna get this money? He gonna sink this year and go get a quarterback. I'm telling you.
It represents 21.6% of the league salary cap, which is also an all-time high.
Jerry gonna get his quarterback. I'm telling
So,
you, for the cheap.
So there's that one as well. It is the all-time high. Ironically enough, and this is pretty funny. We could sit here all day. You'd never guess whose record that will break. Jimmy Garoppolo in 2018 was 21% of San Francisco's cap that year.
Sheesh.
That's wild.
QBs get paid, man.
They do.
They get paid. Tell them about Randy Wise.
Hey, I will, man. Hey, how would you like to play with a legend like Darren McCarty, Kirk Gibson, Brendan Edwards, or Calvin Johnson? It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Register today and you can play like a VIP. Go to woodwardsports.com or scan the code on the screen right there. When it comes to your next car or truck, make the wise decision. Randy Wise Automotive.
And let me tell you about the watch party and the post-game show, both live at Hayes Social. All of this presented by Sabbath Coffee Roasters. So start your day off with a delicious coffee from Sabbath, and then come join us for the game, the watch party at Hayes Social, and the post-game show, as always, with Anson and Stick. Great food, great atmosphere. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, shout out to Sabbath Coffee Roasters for making sure all of this gets done. It's going to be a great season. We're doing Lions coverage better than anybody else in the state.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What's up, everybody? There's still time to join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League. They have programs in tackle football, programs in cheerleading as well. They offer youth ages 5 to 14, 6 exciting teams to choose from in Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All the coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. Register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation all included, with a chance to play for a championship at Ford Field for just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports with BGC SM 3C Sports. Final segment of the show, Big D Energy. Neil Rule, Kool-Aid in for D-Mac, KG,
Hey, what up, people?
Spencer Raxer, all of you in the chat, Dante151. I just ordered an Inbrad Homes We Trust t-shirt.
Yes.
Man, merch popping off today.
It is.
Okay.
Shout out to the chat family.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it in there. Woodward Sports chat thread, and I don't like seeing that, saying the stock market's not doing too well today. That's September, though. It's like that every September. I don't know what it is about that.
I sold all my stocks.
Did you really?
I had to.
Damn.
That was like last year, though.
I'm sorry, you'll bounce back.
DNC ENT, some stats. You guys are all going to watch it. 90% of you are going to watch football over the Tigers tonight. Not even your team, but I was told are we in a playoff chase or no then?
Technically, by the numbers, yes, but it's not realistic.
But only 10% of the people are going to watch.
Come on, Neil.
KG says it's fool's gold.
Yeah, it's the NFL. Yeah, it is fool's gold. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to tell people what to do with their fandom, but
if the Tigers were one game out or had the division lead by 2 games,
that's different.
What do you think that poll would have been?
It would have been still NFL heavy, but probably more
60-40?
on the Tigers. Yeah, it would have been way closer.
Spenny, if the Tigers were 2 games in front in first place, what would you watch?
Thursday Night Football.
Okay.
Exactly. It's the NFL. 2 premier franchises at that. It ain't like, fucking Panthers.
I think I would watch the Tigers. I think I would.
Okay.
I would do like the commercial would be the football game.
Yeah. And that's not accounting for the people that will watch both and flip between the two, but yeah.
Okay. DNC ENT, Lamar's 5-1, 20-0-1 against the spread as a regular season underdog.
Shit.
He's never lost as a regular season underdog.
20-1 push? That's not bad.
Only loss was in overtime to Las Vegas on opening night.
Sheesh.
Average margin of victory, 33 points. Mahomes is 6-1. Only lost to Detroit last year. Average margin of victory, 13.1.
Fuck Patrick Mahomes. And Sam Plano.
Just like that.
Real cream of wheat. Imagine just being willing to give away $5 million.
Must be nice.
Right?
They live a different existence.
They do. Get your bag, though. I ain't mad at you.
No,
stand on business.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cash.
F the Jets. Stand on business.
Those billionaires got enough money to give out.
All right. I'm so sick of the Jets, too. I can't wait for them to fail this year. Jesus.
The Jets?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm just gonna sit back.
We did
and laugh at all you people.
We did an MVP draft on heavyweights yesterday. Like, we drafted players that we think are gonna win MVP, and we did like a snake draft. And I hedged my bets on the AFC East. Because whoever wins that division, I think one of the storylines out of it will win them MVP, whether it be Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, or Tyreek Hill. I took all 3 of them.
Sheesh.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Because if the Dolphins win, it's going to be because Tyreek Hill is going absolutely nuts, has over 2,000 yards, he'll win MVP. If the Bills win, it's because Josh Allen's Superman. He's going to win MVP. If the Jets win it, the media loves Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they're not going to not give it.
Yeah, he's going to get MVP.
They're going to slob him.
So,
a 5th fucking MVP.
Yeah, those were 3
award.
of my
Jesus.
4 picks. And then 4th round, cleaning up, I picked up Kirk O'Chains.
Yeah. He'll win MVP, but fail in the playoffs like he always do.
Yeah.
Fucking screw up.
Thomas Perry. Neil watches or listens to every Tigers game. That's what I was told. 2 furnaces, at least 2 screens, 100%. Well, not out on the deck. There's just 1 TV out there.
Yeah.
So, which weather's perfect today, so I'll be tapped. I'll be tapped in tonight.
TV on.
I don't see any brothers in the Shire, Mike G. I don't know. I don't know if there are Black Hobbits. It's a good question.
James.
We ain't seen them.
James says, if I had to buy Peacock, I wouldn't just to watch this game. Yes, you would.
Right.
Yeah, you. It's football. It's the NFL.
We're back to tough talking. All right.
Come on.
For nickel package tomorrow, I'll cook up a sports media nickel package, and I'll give everybody the update on the streaming numbers, and then you can come back in the chat and tell me how you, quote, won't buy the streaming service.
I will not be here tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, KG's going to be at TD. Kool-Aid's going to be in the sound booth.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going. My brother's wedding is this weekend, so we got to go up there early tomorrow.
Bet.
Yeah.
The year
Congratulations.
Of
yeah, it's the last one, thank God. But I'm standing up in this one. Yeah. We got to go up there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Also, all next week, for 1 week only, you will be getting Silent Mike in the audio
Silent
booth.
Mike.
He is back.
The return of Silent Mike in the audio booth.
1 week only, I will be in Chicago saying F this for a week.
Hey,
So, yeah.
Chicago's a good time.
Oh yeah, big facts.
I told you.
Yeah, Chicago
Big
was a
facts.
lot of fun. I definitely want to go back next year.
I'm trying to go to that Star Wars strip club you went to.
Oh, wait, what? Yeah, Empire Strips
Get
back.
me at the wifey over there.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah,
It's real.
It's real.
it's real.
He sent us a picture.
How did I miss
The Empire Strips back.
Trying to get me and the wifey over there.
Yeah.
You feel me? Trying to see what that's in for.
It was a good spot.
Oh, it's family
if you're
fun,
looking-
KG?
Oh yeah.
If you're looking for
Yeah,
breakfast, get Cracked. It's called Cracked. The egg came first. Best breakfast burrito I've ever had.
Ooh.
It was so good.
I'm gonna put that on the agenda for sure.
And I mean, we just DoorDashed it every morning.
There wasn't a lot of movement in that house.
Right. No.
But you got back on the wagon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We went to Wrigleyville one day. We went to the South Side to watch a White Sox game one day. It was fun. It was a good time. Went to a karaoke bar one night.
Yeah.
Packed.
You stepped over the puddles of piss outside of Chicago Stadium.
Yeah, dodged the empty syringes in the South Side.
Did you take the train there?
Yeah, we did.
I told you.
Yeah, it smells like piss.
There was a puddle of urine on the floor there at all
Yeah,
times.
it smells like piss in that train for
But
sure.
Detroit sucks. That's what I get told all the time.
Chicago, way fucking bigger than Detroit.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
city,
yeah.
way bigger than Detroit.
But imagine the stop for your MLB team stadium has a puddle of urine in it all the time.
It was.
Right.
It guaranteed rates a nice ballpark, but getting there sucked.
Yeah. Ain't no piss on the queue line.
No piss on the queue line.
Not one
that's for
puddle.
sure.
Not one puddle. All right, everybody, enjoy the football tonight. We're back. We'll have a Nickel Package Friday for you tomorrow, everybody. We did it. And don't lie. You're going to go sub to Peacock. Don't lie. Don't lie, Craig.
If it ain't today, you'll get yours.
You'll
Don't worry
get
about it.
yours. Don't worry. See you tomorrow, everyone. Well, see you later.
Hey.